Hey guys, I am finally finished for the day, and I have a slight stalker following me all around this yard. I don't know what the hell this man's problem is, but he literally blocked me in. I think he's coming back. I'm just so annoyed. I don't know what to tell him, because at the end of the day, it's creepy to follow a girl in her truck all the way around the yard. I mean, he parked his truck. He's bobtail. He doesn't have a trailer. He parks his truck. I'm coming in, so I went to go drop my trailer, and he parks his truck right in front of my truck, sideways, like this. What do you say? The alphabet T. So I'm like, why would you do that? So I guess he wanted me to blow my horn. So I didn't blow my horn. I was just gonna wait. I was gonna sit there because I ain't got nothing better to do today. I mean, I got shit to do, but I got time today. So I just waited because I was like, what is he gonna do? He didn't even come out the truck. Here he comes. I wish the iPhone had the option to flip the camera. But he feels like, I don't know if he doesn't realize I can see him creeping. I hate creepy men. I cannot stand it. It's just like, just say what's on your mind or just leave. Like, don't be creepy, because creepy gives rapist vibes. You know what I mean? So he blocks me in. So I was like, well, we could sit here, I got my chips. This is going to be an entertainment day, right? I'm not in the mood today. I got cramps still. Thanks, damn, I forgot your name that quick. I know it started with an S. Oh, I see what he doing. He waiting by the exit because he know I got to go that way. I mean, what is he going to do, jump out the truck? These people are fucking stupid. That's not the way to get a woman to give you her number if that's what you're trying to do. I'm just so annoyed right now, because now he's making me feel uncomfortable. Is there another way out this fucking building? So he goes, somebody told me don't eat in front of my video, so that's why I'm eating my chips on purpose. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to run my channel. Some miserable troll or stalker. So he parked in front of my truck. So I just waited. And then I started slowly coming from under my truck, because I'm bobtail now. So I started sliding from under my truck. And I purposely got real close to his truck to let him know, like, do I need to run you over? So he moved, like, he slowly inched. No, he goes backwards so me and him could make eye contact. And he's a black dude. He looks like he's probably in his 60s. And he's just staring at me, like, with the creepy eyes while he's backing the truck up. Like, I see you, girl. I see you. I didn't even look at the brother. I just kept going. So I sped off, but I couldn't leave because I had to put in my paperwork. So I sped off and I parked a little bit up. He slowly comes behind me. He slows down when he gets to my truck. And then, oh, I heard him do the glasses, the teacher glasses on. I probably turned them on more, right? I heard him put this on, and then I started going like this to my paperwork. So he wouldn't look at me. So then, he spins around and goes, he didn't go like directly in front of my truck, but he spins around, do a U-turn, so now his truck is facing my truck. But I act like I ain't see him. I just still was on my tablet. I'm like, what does he want? Like, so then I quickly looked up at him. So he starts slowly. He waited there for a while. So I was doing my paperwork for a minute because it took a little while to put it in, the information. So then he pulls up some more. So I just finally look over because I wanted to see like what he really looked like, because I didn't really get a good look at him before. And all he's doing is staring. So I was like, does he know me? Maybe he's seen me on video. But even if he seen me on YouTube, most people would just say, hi, I seen you on YouTube, or wave or something. He was just being weird. I don't like that. Oh, he getting out of his truck. I should speed off. Let me see. If he come over here, I'm gonna hurt his feelings. I don't know where that motherfucker went. He's like a ghost. Then he spins around. I hope hope he's not coming over here. And he did that for a little while. So I had found this little place to park this truck in between the trailers to hide a little bit. He found me. He drives it back around like he was looking or something. And then when he seen I was parking between, I pulled my curtains. And even after I pulled my curtains, usually when a person pulls their curtains, it means they don't want to be bothered. He still drives off and then turns back around and comes back. And I'm looking between the curtain right here like, I see a motherfucker still parked there. Like that shit is I've never had this happen to me. So then he drives off and now he's parked across the way, but he's facing me. So I don't know if he could see me. Why do I attract the weirdest people? Am I weird? Like, this shit ridiculous. Why can't I just attract normal fucking people? I'm talking about in the men arena. Just normal people. Why can't you just be normal? I feel like I look normal enough. The normal people be like all afraid and intimidated. Man, he's still over there. I was just checking in with y'all. Say hi. This shit. If I smoked weed, I would be laughing all day at the stuff that I go through. I would just have to laugh. There's a few things on my video last night if y'all didn't catch it, but there's a couple things I want to add to that video about being stuck in purgatory. This is not the spiritual purgatory. This is like the physical purgatory, but it's like God is preparing us for what the actual purgatory is going to look like. I ain't eat yet. I'm hungry. But this damn man, let me back up a little bit. It looks like he's about to hit the front of my truck. I just don't want to move yet and then this man follow me. I was hoping he would leave before me. So, I forgot to do a mic check. Hopefully y'all heard me. When you're dealing with low vibration, I was talking about being in purgatory. I don't even want to wave at nobody no more. All right. This motherfucker's staring at me too. Like, these people getting on my nerves today. What's up? Like, they just slowing down like they never seen a woman before. The energies is energy, and today I just want to be left alone today. When I'm on my menses, I just like to lay low. My vibrations a little bit like trying to store up my energy for tomorrow. I got to go to DMV. I got running around to do for the weekend. I got to check into a hotel. It's a lot, so I'm trying to get my mind right to get that energy boost. But I got a few minutes to I just drove 2 hours, so I'm just trying to woosah and get back on the other side of town. One of my subscribers, oh gosh, I can't remember your name. I don't know if it's Shaid. Damn it, I'm so sorry. It's at the tip of my tongue, but I got memory problems, so forgive me. But I'm gonna get that tea you recommended, the raspberry tea. I'm going to Walmart either tonight or tomorrow, but I need that on deck. I had some regular tea last night. It helped a little bit. But I was saying, I feel like we're stuck in purgatory. Like this, maybe I should turn off the truck just in case it's loud. Because it's not that hot today, so I can just open the windows. What was I saying? Oh, forgive my writing on my hand. I wrote this down because they want me to do something today on the computer, my job. What was I saying? You have to see my energy is off, right? That man just threw me off. He's still over there in the truck. Yesterday I made a video talking about purgatory. Purgatory is like the realm between heaven and hell. It's like a, you know how you go to like a clinic and they'll say go in the waiting area until we call you. It's kind of like that. It's like an area where people are still confused. They're so confused, they don't even know what's death. They don't even know what's life. They don't even know what's spirituality. They got so much karmic debt. Damn, as soon as I open my window, a bee come over here. I just can't catch a break today. Dang. It's right on my window. Like, it's like, hey, hello. Out of all the other trucks you could have went to, you got to come to my truck. So, y'all forgive me today because I'm just on 10. So, yeah, I was saying in my video last night, check it out. I was saying how I feel like we're in purgatory right now. And it's God giving us a preparation for what's going to happen when we have to go to the different realms. But that's not really what I was going to talk about today. I'm just going to make a quick topic regarding what I said about people that are stuck. They have different reasons why they may be stuck, where they can't get mentally out of their mental prison. They could be emotionally stuck, physically stuck, financially stuck, but they refuse to graduate into a level of mental freedom. So when they stay in that purgatory mindset too long, they start to get influenced by the lower realms, which is the demonic realms, and they start to act out based off of those feelings, because feelings have to be transmuted. They can't, energy doesn't really just go away, so it has to be utilized, kind of like fuel. So when you're around people that are still stuck and they're not growing, they're not ascending, they're not understanding the assignment that they were sent to do, right, in this realm, they're going to look at you as you're the problem. They're going to feel like you're trying to make them do something out of their, I guess, comfort zone. So they're going to make it look like either, you think you're better than me because, maybe you might feel some, like, you might get a premonition and I can't, or you might have spiritual gifts and I don't. Or they might start projecting onto you. This is why you can't be around them. You can't ruminate with people that are not on your same vibration. Just like the Bible says, if you are unequally yoked, it will never work in any type of situation. So you got to get to that level where you know when it's time to depart from situations that is going to put you in a low vibration. So low vibration doesn't just necessarily mean the person is ghetto. They could be very well-rounded. They could be, educated or whatever. But if they're not spiritually well-rounded, they're low vibration. If they don't know what God is, they don't know what spirit is, they don't know how to ascend, they don't know how to get out of, being stuck, and they're not trying to learn. There's a difference when you're trying to learn and you may not be at the capacity as maybe someone that's a little bit more spiritually aware. That's fine. But I'm talking about the people that refuse. They're in a position or a stance where they're willing to accept being stuck to the point where it's going to turn into their own hell. You need to get the hell away from those type of people. I got to the point where I would ruminate with people that were just stuck for too long. Their mindset, they want to always be unhappy. They always want to focus on their problems. They don't want to do anything about their life. They just feel like doom and gloom all the time, or they're miserable, or they're aggravated. I'm not doing that. So once you ascend and you get to a higher level of vibration, those vibrations is not going to match when you get around low vibrational people. You'll automatically feel like the conversations don't match, the energies don't match. They just don't match. You see what I'm saying? That's like me going on a date with a guy. He don't really rock with God like that. He's so third dimensional. All he think about is his pee-pee. You know what I'm saying? All he think about is sexual stuff, or all he think about is, he may have some good conversation here and there, but he's not thinking about the next life. He's like, what is that? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I just want to know when we gonna have the good time. That would never work. I would be so bored. It's like that's not a turn on. You see what I'm saying? And you got some people who they're like, oh well, I'm into tantric stuff. Ooh, we can sit down and yoga together. So I'm highly evolved. And it's like, no, you're not. You just jumped on the bandwagon of some stuff that you've seen on television and thought that was a way to become in alignment No, you're not getting the vibration. You're not understanding the assignment. You literally have to know what you are called to do. A man with no purpose is not a man. Well, I don't want to say he's not a man. He's lost. And some of these guys out here, they have no purpose. They're just third dimensional. And I'm not saying the woman ain't third dimensional, but I'm speaking for my own self in reference to when you're meeting people. When you get to a level of understanding and wisdom, you don't vibe with the same people no more. And the times that I thought I was vibing with people, even though I was lost, I still wasn't vibing with some of those guys I would meet back in the day because I knew there was more to life than what they was offering. Nobody want, they didn't say, I'm offering a good time, not a long time or whatever. Or their idea of commitment is, oh, marriage is a legal document. It's like, do you not understand the spiritual union of marriage, sir? It's deeper than just a spiritual document. Like, I cannot deal with low vibrational people anymore. I'm not saying as far as my profession and helping people that have problems. I'm just talking about when it's time for me to have my me time and meet people and be out and about, even with girlfriends, even having girlfriends. If she's coming with the low down, grimy hating on the low, comparing her looks to mine, we're not going to vibe. I'm not going to vibe with no girls that don't have their own security, because we're all beautiful in different ways. You see what I'm saying? Like, I have a best friend that I had from high school. She's bigger than me. She's like voluptuous, like the big bone girls, but she's not like fat. She's shapely, and she's gorgeous. She has some insecurities at some points in her life, throughout her life, but who doesn't? I have insecurities about my body, but she's beautiful. She got pretty face, nice, nice skin and everything. And she's secure in her body. So when we go out, we're not competing for men. We're not competing. And she's a water sign, Cancer. So when we were growing up and we would go hang out, well, she wasn't big back then, but she had gained weight over the kids and all that and stuff like that. And we would go out. Guys would come up to her just as much as they would come up to me. It's like her size didn't matter. It was the confidence that she exuded from being okay with her size. I mean, if anything, I was at that time, like in my early 20s, I was insecure about being underweight. I wasn't bony, but I was underweight compared to a lot of big women. I was so used to seeing voluptuous women, but I was like always petite. But some men had preferred the petite look. They say, you look like a model. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, I was smaller than what I am now. So we all have our insecurities, but I'm not going to allow that to make me low vibrational. I see the guy in the truck staring at me. It's time for me to pull off on his ass. And he's so crazy, I might pull off and he might follow me to the truck stop. At that point, I will have every right to curse him out. But then again, he might say, well, I was coming to the same truck stop too. So I should go to like a Walmart and see if he follows me to, into the Walmart. Then yeah, I have the right to curse him out and actually report him to his company. But yeah, so you got to get to that point where when you sense that you're around that low vibrational energy, understand that they have not ascended into the next dimension. These dimensions are not like how you think about in like religion, where they make it sound like you have to like physically see like a this magical. I know my Band-Aid is dirty. I need to change it. Some people say like, all these events is supposed to be like, how should you say? Some of it will be physical, but some of these events are spiritual. It's going to be something where you feel it versus seeing it. And then you're supposed to manifest it in the next life in the spiritual realm. So you're doing like a practice test run now to prepare you for what's to come when you transcend. We don't know how this evolution will take off, but in the meantime, between time, you don't want other people that is on a different mission, a different assignment to get in your way. You see what I'm saying? And the people that you most care about may be the ones to pull you back into they say like backsliding or losing your purpose or forgetting your purpose. You might get so caught up in low vibrational shit with them, like arguments and toxic shit that they might want to try to involve you in, that you forget your purpose. And that's the whole thing, is like these beings out here want us to forget our purpose. So you got to make sure that you put this purpose above all things. And one of the purpose is, don't become low vibrational. Make sure you keep your heart light as a feather. In metaphysics, they say when it's time to pass on and you get the actual final judgment of your life, and God plays back your life before your eyes, the good and the bad. You don't want your bad deeds to be so consuming over the good deeds that it weighs, they put it on a justice scale, and then your bad deeds are weighing down your good deeds. So you want your heart to be as light as a feather, they say. So when it's light as a feather, it helps you to transcend into the lighter realms, the realms that's not boggled down by guilt, shame, regret, anger, hurt, remorse, pain. You could have pain and all those feelings, but your heart can't be boggled down by it. This is why you got to work very hard to get back to inner joy, get back to happiness. These are the things that is going to help you to ascend into the next portal. But anyways, right now, the reason why the frequencies are changing too is that there's timelines that God has as to when it's all going to come to the pinnacle. You see what I'm saying? And the powers that be understand that they are actually messing with the frequencies. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to force the energies that God is naturally downloading to us, and they're trying to force it where we don't get those downloads, but they can use those energies and manipulate the energies so that we can become zombies and we can stay in this purgatory with them and diminish and never get to that level of purpose. And what that's going to do is, once they start finagling with the energies to that point where they're actually going into dark matter, like these science places like CERN, they're actually going and forcefully trying to penetrate the energies, right? That's going to irritate the spirits, the angelic spirits. They're going to have to now, like, it's forcing an energetic war, is what I'm saying. Because you can't just go and mess with the energies. It's kind of like you can't just go and jump timelines before the right time, because then you can cause catastrophic situations. Like they're saying right now, the president is getting nuclear weapons and storing them somewhere, I think in the Midwest or the South, right? So that already tells you they're already plotting a lot of stuff in this three-dimensional realm. But as you know, whatever they do here also affects the other realms. So all these pollutions and things that they're doing to the atmosphere is going to penetrate certain situations in the other dimensions. So while they're over there playing with that, you got NASA playing with the air, and then you got marine biologists playing with the water. They're like provoking God. It's like they're trying to say, come on, God, we're ready for you. What's up? We ready for this war. We want to see who you are. Let's see how powerful you are. Because you gotta remember, they're also backed up by powerful demons that believe that they're gods too, right? So we got more than one God on this planet. So they trying to start up a whole revolutionary war right before our eyes. And they don't really see us as a threat, because they've already put us in the simulation where we work on command. So if they need us to go fight this situation over here, they need us to go in the water and conjure up some shit, the people are not going to say no. They're going to obey. So if they're obeying on command, it's like they feel like we're their creation. So they're like, oh, what you need God for? We're doing everything. We're controlling the water. We're controlling the air, the seas, the land. What more y'all people need? What more proof do y'all need? But then they're getting those energies from the universal God. And then they're transmuting that energy to the demonic gods. Because the initial energies is not coming from the demonic gods. They're siphoning that energy. Anything that's dark and false, they usually get it from something else, and then they'll take it on as their own and alchemize it for their purpose, which is usually evil. I'm not feeling comfortable with this man staring over here. I'm about to get out of here. I'll come back on here maybe tonight or tomorrow. He's just really irritating my mood. I never had nobody stalk me on a damn trailer yard. But anyways, that was just my message that I forgot to add in there. And also shout out to John, my brother from another mother. I watched that movie, keep forgetting the name of them, Clown in the Cornfield. I think that's what it's called. I'm gonna make a video on that too. It's kind of similar to what I was talking about now, but more on the powers that be. That movie was really unexpectedly good. I thought it was just gonna be like one of those horror flicks, but I knew if you recommended it, it probably had like a purpose to the movie. So as I got into the movie and I seen that it was actually about the powers that be, I was like, wow, they literally putting the answers right in front of our face as to what they're planning on doing and what's to come. So thank you for that. It really opened up my eyes to confirm what I was thinking about some of these situations that's happening to us right now. But I will make a video on that sometime this week. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.